Great discussion, and thank you for being here. And let me talk about our company and our approach that we do. So we heard about privacy. Privacy is relevant. Privacy is relevant because first we are forced to. Second, it makes money on the long term. I'm trying to use the clicker. What we're talking about is that we create a network of about 700 sites who are using our technology. We give the user the option to say, yes, I'm okay with tracking, or no, I'm willing to pay instead. We've created a network because we believe in the long term it makes more sense to have one privacy network and give an option for consumers to pay for premium content than doing a number of privacy things. The interesting thing about that is we tested about 100 different banners. We are sending about 100 million banners a day, and regardless what we do, the results are the same. It's 99+% of consumers who say, you can do with my data what you want and what you believe as a company is the right to earn money. There's less than 1% who are willing to pay instead, regardless what we do, regardless what site we are on, it doesn't really matter, even regardless in which country we are serving that. So we have customers in 23 countries, and it's all the same results, which is very interesting. When we started that model, our assumption was to make it as easy and simple as possible for publishers to use this service. So we're integrating through the CMPs. So the work on the publisher side, if they are compliant to the law, which is always the biggest threat to get live, takes you 1 hour with all these CMPs. SourcePoint has even built a template for us so that you just activate the SourcePoint template for Contentpass and you're ready to go. So the integration itself is 1 hour. To get ready depends on how many third-party trackers you're loading before consent, which at the end is not the question about our technology, but being compliant to the laws. We all hate them. We love them. The ICO is the only regulator who has given clear guidance all over Europe how this model should look like. All the other 27 countries have said, yeah, this not, but maybe, and we'll come back to you later. We're talking with the European Data Protection Board on a regular basis, nearly daily. What is happening, what their thoughts are, it's always a new thing. We do care about that. So you as a publisher don't need to care about things that are changing in the legal things, because we do, because it's our business. What we have figured out is that we have a model that we pay out you for Contentpass users, or who users are willing to pay for privacy, according to that what you earn with advertisement. And so we have created that network of trust even for publishers and for consumers as well, that no publisher fears that the other gets more money, because we equal pay what you lose in ad revenue when there's a consumer on that side that you can't serve ads for. In that moment, it scales. In that moment, no publisher, regardless if he has 1 billion impressions a month or 100,000 impressions a month, has a feeling that he's part of a fair network. And so are consumers. When you normally have the option where we are hidden consent and rejection on the 5th layer or something like that, you are at 70%, maybe 80%, look into your numbers. When the ICO enforced the deny all button, regardless what the brand has done, and when there's no penalty for the consumers, it went down to 50%. Any publisher we talk to. With Contentpass or whatever paywall you're using, it's up to 95+%. And as we heard yesterday from a client of us, any percentage point in consent brings you 1 percentage point more in ad revenue. So we're helping you to make your business, and we're taking care about privacy. The network is growing every day. So we are growing, even from a consumer side, by 2% a month, which is nice. But it doesn't matter. Advertiser love us. Agency love us. And why? Because we're hiding data? No. We're enabling publishers and we are enabling everybody to use the data that they need for the campaign for more than 97% of the consumers. That's what we do. It's a very simple approach. We have done a lot of investigations over 7 years where we are in business. Over the last 4 years, this model has worked out. It's significantly growing, and the DPOs and all the authorities love us. So we even have authorities who are recommending our solution to use when a publisher has problems. Because we are a neutral source, we promise to consumer what we do, and we are checking your site every single day. If someone in your editor team has made a mistake, and we make you aware of that mistake, because it's our business, at the end, the trust that you need. From a legal perspective, we only had to reduce tracking or delete tracking. The perception of consumers is still that whenever there is an ad, they think that there's tracking inside. And this is why we said no ads. Because in that moment where there's no ads, the consumer is feeling that it could be okay. In that moment, an ad is served, they just assume that it will be tracked, regardless if it is or not. So it helps a lot doing the small, tiny decision, no ads for 0.x% of consumers, to have more trust in your site, in your brand, and in security towards the ICO and others. We're working with a couple of brands that you all have heard about here in the UK as well. It's about 70 sites who are using us in the UK right now. It's a network all over Europe. Of course, as we started in Germany, it's the most common used there. The last figure that I want to throw out is a consent banner is seen 1.5 seconds on a site. That's it. The consumer knows exactly where to click and how to click. And they don't care. They don't read, regardless which layout you're doing, when you're offering it in the right way. Thank you.